So one way to know that someone isn't interested in you is when the other person never initiates contacting you first, or never initiates making plans first. What do you think?
I agree. I think obviously with society, most women will always expect the guy, initially anyway, to organize, plan, communicate, initiate any kind of dates or hanging out time, location, day and date. I think as time progresses and if the relationship progresses, there's definitely a responsibility and onus on the woman in that relationship to also take the initiative and plan dates. Because for me, if I'm dating a girl and we've gone on a bunch of dates and she hasn't asked me when do I want to hang out again or organize a time and a date for us to hang out again, then I'm just going to assume that she's not keen or she's just a shit partner, potential partner.
Yeah.
And it also gives you a good idea of what that person could be like in the future, because if now in the beginning when you're supposed to be, I guess, showing the best version of yourself, that it doesn't compute in your mind that, hey, he's organized 3 or 4 dates in a row, maybe I should do something. If that never even crossed your mind, and even if it does and you don't action it, then I think, 1, you're not interested, and 1, you are a shit person. And it's even worse, actually, if it does cross your mind and you don't do anything about it, because you can almost excuse ignorance and excuse, okay, if you haven't thought about it, fair, it's not a malicious thing, or it's not a way of like saying you don't care. But if it's crossed your mind and then you still choose not to action and do something that you know the other person will appreciate, that's where I think the issue will lie in that for me.
Well, it's just a clear way that you know that, like, you don't care, basically.
Yeah.
Which is
and
fair.
They're not your priority, maybe.
Exactly, which
they're
is
not their
fair.
priority.
And it's like, if they're doing those things, like, pick up on the signs.
Yeah.
Like, they're not interested in you. If they're never texting you first, they're never booking plans first, you're always the one doing 95% of the effort. Basically, all they're doing is showing up.
They're just showing up.
They're just showing up, ready to go, ready to rumble. They're just not interested in you.
I also think one that I think is a good one to know someone's not interested in you or no longer interested in you is when they don't speak about the future with you. So then whenever they talk about the future and what they're going to be doing next, what they're going to be doing next summer, I'm going to travel, or I want to move here, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to get this job somewhere, or I'm going to meet my mum on the Gold Coast, I'm going to meet my mum in London, XYZ. If you've been hanging out with this person for a while or dating this person for a while, and it's never let's do this together, or we should do this, or me and you should go and visit this someday, then you know that person, 1, isn't interested, and they obviously don't see the two of you together in the near or distant future, I think.
Or if that person is hesitant with you booking plans for you both in.
Yeah,
if someone's
plans
like, hey,
far ahead.
I'm thinking of going here in 3 months' time. I found this beautiful Airbnb. Like, can we book it? And like, can we go together? Can we wait like a couple of weeks? Like, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I just don't know. I don't know what's going to be happening with my calendar. I might have spy
100%.
missions to jump on. Like, I've got no idea what's going to be happening.
Also, I think it's important to note with this point is that talking about future plans too early is a red flag.
For sure.
So if you are bringing up stuff and the person isn't reciprocating, oh yeah, that sounds great, it might be because you're potentially bringing that up way too early.
If on like a first date they're like, our wedding would be beautiful in Bali.
Yeah, I'm just like, stop it.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I do think the future thing's important, but also be aware of what point in the relationship that you're at, and figure out, no, you can't sit with me, I'm sorry. You can't then just use that as kind of like a reason for them not being interested if it's very, very early. Yeah. So definitely trying to have an understanding of where you are in the relationship, and if doing stuff together, going on holidays together, planning far ahead is okay, because sometimes if you're doing it too early, it's a bit of a...
For sure.
Bit of a naughty one.